Coming up on Good Morning Idaho.
None of these days have been good days since the fire started.
New evacuation orders are in place as the big grass fire burns across Owyhee County. Hear exclusive interviews from Jordan Valley neighbors living among the burn scars who say they've never seen a fire like this. Plus,
I was in denial. I couldn't believe it. The first thing I said wasn't on purpose.
friends and family of a teen in Nampa killed in a hit and run come together to honor her life. This as a suspect now faces charges of first-degree murder. And in Boise, neighbors say invasive rats are a growing problem.
Rats started running around through our yard, under our deck, through our vegetable garden and such.
What the city hopes it can do to improve the issue. Good Morning Idaho starts right now.
Connecting neighborhoods across the Treasure and Magic Valleys, telling stories from within our communities. This is Good Morning Idaho.
Good morning, Idaho. I'm senior reporter Roland Barris. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Our team of neighborhood reporters bringing you the latest news from your neighborhood. We'll get to all of them coming up in just a bit, but we start with the big grass fire this morning burning in Owyhee County. And this is important, folks. Go now evacuation orders have been issued for neighbors near Flint Creek Road, Triangle Reservoir, the west portion of Mud Flat, Juniper Mountain, and Pleasant Valley. Neighbors near these areas should leave immediately as fire danger could threaten you and your home. Make sure to check Owyhee County Sheriff's social media pages for the latest updates on the fire. And neighbors in the Jordan Valley say they have never seen a fire like this one. Neighborhood reporter Sahana Patel has the exclusive interviews with neighbors who are dealing with all this and say they aren't going anywhere.
Well, it was eerie, very eerie.
As you drive through Jordan Valley, smoke from the big grass fire hangs in the air, and charred hillsides stretch for miles.
I've lived here my whole entire life, and yesterday was not a good day. None of these days have been good days since the fire started.
Patty Smith lives just southeast of Jordan Valley, and from where she stands, she can trace the path the fire took as it moved across the hills.
That whole skyline was flames. It burned very hot. Those trees, some of those flames were as tall as a skyscraper. I just couldn't believe it.
Even as the flames crept closer to the homes in her neighborhood,
we would not leave. We would not leave. Never.
She says many of her neighbors made the same decision, staying to protect their homes and livestock. Brian Greenfield's family evacuated for a short time, but soon returned.
And we came back, and the winds are just terrible up here, and so we have just been just trying really hard to make good decisions to keep our families safe, and it just seems like we just need more help.
The neighbors credit local rangeland fire protection associations, made up of ranchers and community members, with helping save homes in the area.
This community is awesome, but there's just I don't feel like there's enough outside support.
That is why we're frustrated.
Much of the landscape has already burned, but patches of grass and brush remain.
We're just afraid that we still have this front here that can burn.
Which is why they're hoping more ground crews and air support will stay in the area.
We're just trying to make the best decisions we can, but it's just out of control.
Firefighters from Australia and New Zealand are now working the wildfires raging across the Pacific Northwest as resources nationwide are stretched thin.
We're here supporting the US in time of crisis, and when you've got significant fires and you're stretched thin in resources, so we're only happy to help and step up.
Sam Quigley is the International Liaison Officer representing the team of 74 Australians and New Zealanders who are now working on fires burning across Oregon and Washington. Resources like leadership roles and management teams are in high demand. That's the gap in resources these international crews are filling.
We made sure that we picked the right people to come to this deployment. We wanted to bring our best, so you've got many of the best right on the firegrounds now.
The 74 firefighters are split up and deployed to more than 12 incidents in Oregon and Washington.
Support for those firefighters has been pouring in. Food and water are covered. The big need now is fuel. If you'd like to help, they've set up charge accounts at the Sinclair station in Jordan Valley and at Matson's in Homedale. You can donate by phone, and you can also donate funds to support your local rural fire protection agency. All right, let's get the latest on the weather as those firefighters are dealing with hot conditions. Nice overnight, though.
Yeah, nice overnight, nice mornings, and just to give you a good idea of all of the smoke that's out there right now. I mean, this is from our GOES satellite, and so it shows you just from north to south, the entirety of Oregon, seeing that smoke plume shift over into Idaho today. So a lot of the wildfire smoke that we're looking at is coming from Oregon, and so when you look at our air quality, that's the #1 impact that we face. So not only does it look hazy and smoky, but we're still at the unhealthy category between Ontario down to Murphy, stretching over to Lucky Peak. This means that anyone can be affected by the wildfire smoke, not just the sensitive groups, and then up into Weiser where it's still looking like hazardous. It's been toggling though back and forth between hazardous and unhealthy. Regardless, it means you want to limit your time outdoors. Now shifting your way further over to the east, not as much wildfire smoke here, so it is again still unhealthy for those sensitive groups, but it is okay to be outside generally. And those sensitive groups do include anyone with lung or heart conditions. And so looking at our Wednesday, there's not much change in our forecast ahead. It's very stagnant with smoke, cooler weather to start the morning, upper 90s throughout the afternoon, and while the smoke does gradually improve around midday when we start to see atmosphere mix up a bit, Roland, we just still see it settle into our valley floors overnight and into the morning.
All right, thanks, Sophia. Appreciate it. Continuing coverage now out of Canyon County this morning, where a father is facing charges after a crash on I-84 that killed his 7-year-old son. Senior reporter Riley Shoemaker breaks down the case.
I obtained court documents that lay out what investigators believe happened in the moments before the deadly crash and why prosecutors say the case crossed the line from a tragic accident to a criminal case.
Nearly 9 months after the deadly crash in Nampa that claimed the life of 7-year-old Graham Summers, his father, Austin Summers, is now charged with vehicular manslaughter with gross negligence and 2 counts of felony injury to child. According to the probable cause affidavit, investigators say Summers was driving between 73 and 75 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone when his pickup slammed into the back of a truck traveling slowly in the right lane due to engine issues. The affidavit also alleges Summers was distracted by his cell phone. Investigators say a search of his phone showed activity in the minutes before the crash, including reading messages, using Instagram and Amazon, and viewing photos before a 911 call was placed immediately after the collision. Court records also state Graham was riding in the front passenger seat and was not wearing a seatbelt. Investigators say Summers told them his son had unbuckled himself while they were driving. In a court filing included in the investigation, Summers wrote, "I should have immediately pulled over and made sure he was properly buckled. That will haunt me forever." Those allegations are now the foundation of the felony charges filed against Summers. Former Idaho Attorney General Dave Leroy says under Idaho law, prosecutors must show the death resulted from negligent or inattentive conduct.
Manslaughter is the unlawful killing of a human being arising from negligent or inattentive actions. Some combination of a failure to belt the child and a failure to drive in a condition where you are not impaired, probably combined together, gives the prosecutor the basis for a manslaughter allegation.
The affidavit also says blood and urine samples collected after the crash tested positive for cocaine and opiates. The court documents note those medical samples were collected without a documented chain of custody and should not be used for legal purposes. The records also say Summers acknowledged using cocaine several days before the crash, but maintained he was not impaired while driving.
In McCall, recovery crews have pulled a body from Payette Lake near the cliffs. The spot has been a popular place to jump into the water for decades. The sheriff says the deceased jumped from a large rock on Monday night and never resurfaced. They are working to notify the next of kin.
In Twin Falls, updates from city officials about the future of flock cameras after budget discussions at City Council saw standing room only crowds.
Dozens of neighbors packed a City Council meeting Monday night. They asked the city to cancel its contract for flock license plate readers. People expressed concerns over what they call warrantless surveillance. Police say they're listening to the feedback. They announced they will opt out of a national lookup package. They will also revoke permission for flock to use Twin Falls data for training purposes.
That came from the feedback that we had gotten from the community. So we respect the information and the opinions of the community members. We know last night was just the start of the conversation, and we continue to look forward with having more conversation with community members and stakeholders.
The police department also dropped an $88,000 real-time video product from its fiscal year 2027 request. The conversation will continue through the budget season. Final recommendations are up for a public hearing and adoption on August 24th.
I'm Joe St. George on Capitol Hill. Could Congress soon be on the verge of passing a bipartisan health care prices transparency law? It's at least a possibility. How much money might it save you or your family? That story next.
Welcome back, everyone, on a Wednesday. It's 12 minutes past the hour. Let's take a look at your national headlines. Communities across the Northeast slammed with violent storms on Tuesday, and what a mess it created. Some parts of the region might wake up this morning to more than a month's worth of rain just overnight. Imagine that. Look at what it does. Flash flood watches were in effect for tens of millions of people. Street flooding in Baltimore, meanwhile, was bad enough to leave cars partially submerged. Another officer convicted in the death of Breonna Taylor will be sentenced today. That's Kelly Goodlett there, pleaded guilty in 2022 to conspiring to falsify information used to obtain the search warrant for Taylor's apartment and then later helping cover it up. Taylor's death during the botched police raid sparked nationwide protests and calls for police reform. The only other officer sentenced so far received more than 2 years for firing the shots that killed Taylor. And Dr. Anthony Fauci, the former head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, will be testifying on Capitol Hill today. The 85-year-old was subpoenaed by Senator Rand Paul, head of the Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee. He'll be questioned about the origins of COVID-19 and decisions made during the pandemic. Democrats say the hearing is politically motivated because Fauci expressed concern at the time about how the Trump administration was handling the pandemic. Affordability under the Trump administration remains top of mind for so many families right now, and that includes health care costs that are very expensive. But a growing bipartisan movement in Washington would increase the transparency of what hospitals charge. And our Joe St. George reports this morning on how much money that could save your family.
A lot happening in Washington these days between the war in the Middle East and the midterms quickly approaching. And while partisan fighting is taking place, something bipartisan is emerging, an effort to pass a new health care law that some experts say will reduce costs. Imagine going to the grocery store and not knowing the price of meat before you ask the butcher to slice it, or filling up your tank without knowing what a gas station is charging for a gallon of gas. On Capitol Hill, that's the argument lawmakers are making as they push to do something that may seem unthinkable in this political environment: pass a bipartisan health care law.
No one can see any of the prices.
In recent days, Democratic senators like John Hickenlooper of Colorado have teamed up with Republican senators like Roger Marshall of Kansas to advance what is known as the Patients Deserve Price Tags Act, which would require hospitals to advertise free of charge all of their most standard charges, and not just estimates. Failure to do so would result in fines and the inability to collect debts. Lawmakers telling reporters that transparency will create competition and lower prices.
$1,000 a month. That's what we think that this bill can save an American family.
Not everyone is on board, with opposition forming in the medical community. The American Hospital Association writing the proposed law will increase the administrative burden placed on hospitals and health systems. Price transparency has been a priority of President Trump in recent years, increasing the chance this could become law. The White House recently warned hundreds of hospitals that they were not following existing rules when it comes to transparency.
The stars are lined up right now.
Joe St. George, Scripps News Group, Washington.
All right, neighborhood of the day is Twin Falls. Smoky and cool start to the day. Gonna lead to some afternoon thunderstorms. We'll have the full forecast coming up.
Football season is right around the corner, and now's your chance to lock in tickets to see the Boise State Broncos in their inaugural season in the new Pac-12. Single game tickets are on sale now. The iconic blue field returns with some major upgrades, including brand new turf and new premium north end zone seating options. Boise State neighborhood reporter Allie Tripke has your sneak peek on that later today.
Sophia Cruz with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
I'm ready for football season. I can't wait for football season now.
Oh, I can't wait to walk out when the air is crisp
Right,
and cool.
the leaves are falling.
You can smell the pumpkin spice
Right.
everywhere.
You can hear the band playing.
I just can't wait. That's something to look forward to in days ahead, especially on days like this where it is still smoky, no matter where you are waking up a little clearer as you make your way further east over in Twin Falls. But regardless, it's a smoky and hazy start to the day. And this afternoon, temperatures are still on the hotter side. We're not seeing any relief just yet. We've got 97 in Caldwell and 98 in Boise with 100 degrees between Ontario down into Glenns Ferry and upper 80s following into the mountains this afternoon. Now the smoke, it does continue to see improvements as we head into 10 o'clock tonight, specifically between Ontario and spots like Boise, but then we see it settle back in our valley floors by the time we're heading into Thursday afternoon, and this will really be the pattern over the next couple days. Slight improvements through the midday before it settles back into those valley floors early in the mornings and into the evenings. Now, the big reason we're seeing this is because the way our pattern is shifted, and so you'll notice that we don't really see much of a pattern change on here. This is as we head into Saturday. High pressure in play. This weak and dry cold front rolls through, bringing on more of a westerly flow and breezy winds. But also what it does is it increases our fire risk, especially with the hot weather that we're still expecting into the weekend and the breezy winds. It's just going to be one of those weekends where we want to avoid outdoor burning. But beyond this, notice that there's not really any rain chances on the way for any of the west coast, maybe a little bit to the north of us, but either way, I mean, it's still going to look hot to kick off August. And so the 10-day trend, it reflects this. Unfortunately, we're still seeing some days with upper 90s to triple digits, so keep hanging in there. But I mean, Friday, Saturday, 100 degrees. We were looking a little closer to 103 before, but now that dense smoke continues to remain on the forecast. That really keeps us from warming up and getting so hot. You've got, again, that weak and dry cold front arriving Saturday. That knocks us down to upper 80s and the 90s into Monday. So we do see some slight relief heading into Sunday, and then after that, triple digits back on the forecast. So heading into our temperature outlook for this new month that we're about to start, hotter than normal. High pressure in play. Notice that deep dark red core is right where we saw that high pressure. This is again where we're going to see some of the hottest weather, it looks like, into the start of August. In addition to this, we also are looking at a very dry pattern sticking through. So hot and dry continues into August, and I feel like that's all we've been able to say for the past month now. Now, in addition to this, we also have some thunderstorm chances to talk about for today. This is all southeast of Boise, so not going to be an effect between Boise, Ontario, and Baker City. We'll be looking at smoke today, whereas isolated storms will be moving into the Magic Valley around that 6 o'clock hour into this afternoon. And so we'll continue to talk more about that throughout the morning and the smoke, but again, always double check the air quality, especially before you're about to head outside. It is still pretty unhealthy. All right, triple digits Friday, Saturday, upper 80s into Sunday. That'll be a nice change. And then next week, mid 90s by Tuesday, and then another day, triple digits Wednesday. So we are going up and down on this thermometer together, but we are sticking through this week as we do it together. Again, double check the air quality before you head outside. We'll keep you up to date right here.
And the weekend is coming up fast. Smoky skies are here to stay, but the risk isn't limited to the outdoors, folks. Coming up next, how you can ensure the air inside your home is as clean and healthy as possible.
This Allergy Report is brought to you by Boise Valley Asthma and Allergy Clinic.
All right, the allergy count in the low category between chenopod and grass, but still be careful with the wildfire smoke. That's something that we'll continue to watch to grade our air quality. So while the allergies are low, we got to watch out for that. We'll have the full forecast coming up.
It figures the allergies will be low while we've got all the smoke in the skies. And, well, it's been creating unhealthy conditions all week. The smoke has canceled events, closed city pools, and halted construction. And while the smoky skies are here to stay for a while, at least, we are looking at the best ways you can stay safe until the smoke dissipates. How about this? The best way to protect yourself from the smoke, of course, is to stay inside. And there are steps you can take to ensure the air inside is extra clean. The Idaho Department of Health and Welfare suggests using a strong air purifier, frequent cleaning with fragrance-free products, limiting items that can hold dust like rugs and stuffed toys, and utilizing an air quality monitor. The monitor can give you real-time data to help you find issues like smoke creeping in or poor ventilation. And if you must go outside, the DEQ suggests you limit physical activity and wear an N95 mask. You can stay up to date on the latest air quality conditions from the Idaho Department of Environmental Quality online. All right, thanks for joining us this morning on Good Morning Idaho, everyone. We have a lot more in store on a Wednesday. Here's what's still to come from your neighborhood reporters.
In Boise, city leaders, pest control experts, and neighbors continue to keep the conversation around rats going. I have more on what they want to see done at a city and county-wide level.
I'm your neighborhood reporter, Keith Burrell, and as the big grass fire continues to burn, ranchers tell me that finding their livestock is only the beginning of the recovery process.
The man who pleaded guilty to 4 brutal murders at the University of Idaho is set to spend the rest of his life in prison. Now he wants to change his plea. I talked with legal experts about what happens next.
Connecting neighborhoods across the Treasure and Magic Valleys, telling stories from within our communities. This is Good Morning Idaho.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on Good Morning Idaho on a Wednesday. It is the middle of the week. It is hump day. I'm senior reporter Roland Barris. Let's get the latest on our weather to kick things off with Sophia Cruz. Hump day.
Whew, Wednesday, I cannot wait to get ready for the weekend. I mean, that's only a few days away, especially as you get ready for it. You'll notice that temperatures, they're going to be hot, but not as hot as what we were looking at the beginning of the week. Now, I do want to show you what our GOES satellite is picking up. So all across eastern Oregon, the wildfires continue. You can just see the smoke plume, how dense it is over the Treasure Valley and how it continues to sit over our valley floors. And so when you get ready for today, here's what it looks like outside right now. I mean, it's a very dense day of smoke, and starting off our morning, we're sitting in those lower 60s right now. So it does keep us slightly cooler and keeps us from warming up as rapidly. So as you head into 10 o'clock even, we're still got mid 70s on the board. We don't reach those 90s until about 2 o'clock. And by the afternoon, we're heading to about 98 degrees today. So another smoky and hot day ahead of us, Roland.
Seems that way. All right, thanks, Sophia. Appreciate it. We're getting used to this stuff, aren't we? All right, we turn now to Owyhee County, where the big grass fire has forced evacuations this morning. Go now evacuation orders have been issued for neighbors near Flint Creek Road, Triangle Reservoir, the west portion of Mud Flat, Juniper Mountain, and Pleasant Valley. And neighbors near these areas should leave immediately, as fire danger could threaten you and your home. Make sure to check Owyhee County Sheriff's social media pages for the latest updates on the fire. And while the big grass fire is actively burning, some of the largest impacts will be seen well after the fire dies out. Neighborhood reporter Keith Burrell explains.
The big grass fire is still burning across eastern Oregon and Owyhee County, but ranchers there are already dealing with consequences that will last long after the flames are gone. I'm your neighborhood reporter Keith Burrell, and ranchers tell me that burned grazing ground could force livestock home months earlier, and livestock, hay, and other feed still remain unaccounted for. For ranchers, this fiery, scorched landscape was not empty land. It was months of feed for their cattle.
We had to have the grass for our cows.
In Owyhee County, Chris Johnston tells me his herd would normally remain on the range for another 2 months.
We're going to have to go home, feed hay probably, and we're usually here till turned out till October sometime. Yeah. So we're a few months away from that. So it makes it tough, and it's going to be expensive.
Johnston still doesn't know whether the big grass fire has killed his livestock or not. Jordan Valley, Oregon Mayor Sheila Quintero tells me finding the cattle is just the beginning.
I mean, the cattle are going to need hay, obviously. They're going to need water and pasture. And they're also going to need a lot of people to help build fence back up in the spring and the fall, and probably year round until we get all these fences fixed.
Quintero says grazing that land allows ranchers to feed their cattle for a fraction of what purchased hay would cost. The fire also burned some of the hay ranchers expected to use later.
Next year, all of their hay is in that black.
Owyhee County Sheriff Larry Kendrick says losses that may appear small in the overall fire footprint as Oregon and western Idaho continue to burn can determine whether an individual operation survives.
Every cow that gets burned up, every haystack that gets burned up can make or break a rancher.
If you see a tree on fire, go put some water on it. If you see sagebrush on fire, go put some water on it. If you see a rock on fire, go put some water on it.
Officials have not confirmed how much pasture land or how much livestock has been lost, but the Jordan Valley mayor tells me what they will need is far outseated by what they need now, and that's boots on the ground. I'm your neighborhood reporter Keith Burrell for Idaho News 6.
Ada County is aiming to keep all neighbors safe in the event of a natural danger or hazard, and they're looking for your feedback as they update their multi-hazard mitigation plan. The plan will look at things like floods, wildfires, and earthquakes, determine what is at risk, and then find ways to reduce or eliminate future problems. You can be part of the process by providing your thoughts on natural disasters with their short survey. The county says information from neighbors will help them better understand your concerns. Idaho News 6 is tracking several wildfires burning across Idaho and Oregon. For the latest information on wildfires and evacuations in your neighborhood, head to our website, idahonews6.com.
I'm your Caldwell neighborhood reporter Norma James along Caldwell Boulevard in Nampa, where 19-year-old Aaliyah Jade Ramirez was killed in a hit and run in this parking lot early Sunday morning. Joey Ortiz was one of Jade's closest friends, and him and his mom Lucy said nothing but kind words for Jade at her vigil on Tuesday night.
All I remember is just good things about Jade.
The vigil comes hours after news of an arrest, but Joey says her death was not an accident.
This was murder.
Nampa police took in 18-year-old Elisa Huerta into custody Tuesday afternoon. The investigation remains ongoing, but police believe Huerta intentionally hit Ramirez with her car after some sort of altercation. She's charged with first-degree murder. How did you feel when you found out that she passed away?
I was in denial. I couldn't believe it. The first thing I said wasn't on purpose.
A family member of the victim who lives in California tell me the two women knew each other and don't think this was a random attack. They tell me Jade leaves behind a 10-month-old daughter. Friends at the vigil hope Jade will be remembered for her kindness and her loving personality.
It's no surprise. Jade was a very loving person.
The suspect in custody, Elisa Huerta, is expected to be in court on Wednesday afternoon for an arraignment. Idaho News 6 will be there, and you can get updates right here on idahonews6.com. I'm your Caldwell neighborhood reporter, Norma James, for Idaho News 6.
The issue of invasive rats continues across the Treasure Valley, and some neighbors say it is getting worse. Bills to support eradication failed in the state legislature earlier this year, and now city leaders are working to find ways to control the growing population. Neighborhood reporter Allie Tripke explains in a story that's new this morning.
Treasure Valley leaders and neighbors agree the rat problem is growing. I'm neighborhood reporter Allie Tripke outside the ACHD headquarters, where a Tuesday night town hall meeting brought together Boise city leaders, public health officials, pest control experts, and neighbors to discuss what could be done.
It's been a year since West Boise neighbor Steve Rasulo and his wife first spotted rats in their neighborhood.
My wife sees the tail of a rat going through the fence into the next door neighbor's yard, and then the circus began. Rats started running around through our yard, under our deck, through our vegetable garden and such.
Rasulo says non-poison methods have made a difference in his neighborhood. He says sealing small openings around the home, placing snap traps, and cleaning up debris have made his property less attractive to rats.
In the last year, we know of at least 80 plus rats four neighbors have caught.
Rasulo says his neighbors also installed an owl box, and trail camera video shows the screech owls living there have caught about a dozen rats. He shared his experience during Tuesday night's town hall, hosted by Boise City Council members Lucy Willits and Colin Nash. The Ada County Weed, Pest, and Mosquito Abatement District says it receives several rat-related calls every week, but because rats are not currently under the district's authority, it doesn't have the funding or legal authority to actively manage the growing population. Tuesday, Central District Health also told neighbors it has not seen evidence of an increase in rat-related disease in Ada County. As Idaho News 6 previously reported, concerns about rats reached the Idaho legislature earlier this year, where lawmakers discussed declaring the rodents a public nuisance, but no action was taken. Leaders from Boise, Meridian, and other Treasure Valley communities are urging Ada County commissioners to consider expanding the pest district's authority, while Boise City Council is also exploring whether changes to city code or code enforcement could help reduce conditions that attract rats.
Ideally, it would be nice if neighbors neighbors would clean their yards up, reduce the potential for the rats in their own yards. But if that doesn't happen, maybe code enforcement could then get involved and start looking at the problems within the neighborhoods and reduce those areas that rats are going to habitate in.
Many neighbors also expressed interest in tracking rat sightings. While the county doesn't yet have an online database to report, you can check out my story on how one Boise woman stepped up to make one on IdahoNews6.com.
City leaders tell me Tuesday night's town hall meeting was one of their most attended ever for Districts 1 and 2, and they plan to hold more to discuss the growing rat infestation. In Boise, I'm neighborhood reporter Ellie Tripke, Idaho News 6.
West Nile virus is back in Ada County. The mosquito abatement district confirming that it's got its first case in Boise this year. An insect testing positive near West Hillcrest Drive on the Boise bench. They'll be fogging the area to reduce the risk of transmission to humans. You can learn more about how a mild winter is affecting local mosquito populations in neighborhood reporter Keith Burrell's story on IdahoNews6.com. The man who pleaded guilty to killing 4 University of Idaho students wants to take the case back to court. Coming up, we hear from a former attorney general on how common this kind of request is and how likely it is to succeed in court.
1 year after Brian Kohberger stood in an Idaho courtroom and admitted to killing 4 University of Idaho students, he's now trying to take back that guilty plea. Newly filed court documents show Kohberger is seeking post-conviction relief, claiming his attorneys were ineffective and that his plea wasn't knowingly or voluntarily made. I spoke with former Idaho Attorney General David Leroy, who says petitions like this are common in serious criminal cases, but successful ones are not.
This is the kind of petition seeking a reversal of what he previously said under oath in court that I call a slim and none petition. The chances of this succeeding are slim and none.
Leroy points out that before accepting Kohberger's guilty plea, Judge Stephen Hippler asked him under oath whether he understood the agreement, whether he was satisfied with his attorneys, and whether he was pleading guilty voluntarily.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Yes.
While Kohberger has waived most of his appeal rights, Leroy says Idaho law still allows a narrow path to challenge whether his attorneys provided effective representation.
It recognizes that occasionally, rarely, very rarely, inmates who plead guilty are in some respect technically looking backward, not fully properly represented by counsel.
The petition will now go before Judge Hippler, who will review the claims before deciding whether the case moves forward.
All right, happy hump day, Twin Falls. You're at the neighborhood of the day. Smoky and hazy start to the day with 80s and thunderstorms approaching this afternoon. We'll have the full forecast details coming up.
.45. Take a look at this, folks. If you're not outside, this is kind of what it looks like out there this morning with the moon. The smoky skies creating some unique views as the full moon that was seen over Middleton late last night looks pretty similar this morning. And while it looks like a blood moon, the Farmer's Almanac says this full moon is actually a buck moon because the antlers of male deer are in full growth mode at this time. Either way, it's a cool looking picture. It's one of the few good things coming out of all the smoke that is around right now.
Yeah, our sunrises look cool, our sunsets even greater. I mean, it also just gets you ready for fall, which is around the corner. That's at least what I'm telling myself to get me through this just completely smoky and hazy forecast we've been having. And so waking up this morning, still smoke along the valley floors. If you make your way over to Twin Falls, it's a little better out there, but generally it's a cool and smoky start to our Wednesday. Now by the afternoon, it will be hot. We've got 98 out in Boise, 97 in Caldwell, 100 degrees between Mountain Home, Guns Ferry, and spots like Ontario. So the heat, unfortunately, it's not leaving us just yet. And so when we look a lot of the forecast, it's been mostly smoky and hot. Our air quality is one of the biggest impacts that we're seeing from the smoke. It's continuing to go down. And so right now we've got still hazardous out into Weiser, where you see this red here. If you're a numbers person, this is about 194 and 159, which is in the unhealthy category. And keep in mind, the worst of the worst category again gets up to about 300. And so we're not that far ways away from it. We've been toggling mostly just with the unhealthy category. And air quality does improve as you head to spots like McCall, Ketchum, and even as you make your way over to Twin Falls, where you see this orange here. That's unhealthy for sensitive groups, including anyone with lung or heart conditions. In the red here, this is meaning that anyone can see the effects of the wildfire smoke. And so a lot of our air quality, again, just between noon and into 6 o'clock, you do see it get a little better around that 6 o'clock hour, but it's still remaining in the unhealthy category. So just keep this in mind as you continue through your day. There are gradual improvements that we see day to day as the atmosphere mixes, but overall, the trend with the wildfires continuing over eastern Oregon, you can just see all of them along the border. It blows all the wildfire smoke towards us, and so there are improvements through midday and into the evenings at times, but it does still remain pretty dense between Weiser, Homedale, even spots like Boise. You see it settle back into Thursday evening. So something we're continuing to watch for is just a nice weather pattern change. We do look at winds get a little breezier into the weekend, so that could potentially help, and we have a cold front rolling through. But right now, we have high pressure in play, and that's what's been bringing us just a big heat up across the west. This is also bringing us that southwesterly flow, almost acting as a fan for all the smoke to blow towards us. Now into Monday, we do look at a big cool down. You see this trough moving up to the north where you see all that cooler air over Canada. Eventually, this does knock down our highs slightly, and it does provide us some breezy winds, so that could help bring in improvements to our air quality into Monday. But generally, as long as we see this southwesterly or even westerly flow and the Oregon wildfires continue, I would expect smoke in the forecast. Our temperature outlook, it's not changing much either, guys. You're probably like, Sophia, just stop telling me it's hot and dry. Yeah, well, that's what we're setting up to see in August as well. You've got August 4th through the 8th, hotter than normal. Notice that this deep dark red core here is where we saw that high pressure. This is where we're going to see some of the hottest weather to start August, and our 10-day trend reflects the heat. You've got 100 degrees Friday, Saturday. That cool down arrives on Sunday, so there's the silver lining right there. And then into next week, you do see temperatures slowly start to reclimb towards that century mark again. So keep this in mind as you head into your weekend. Remember, check the air quality before you head outside. Okay, we've got 100 degrees Friday, Saturday, upper 80s Sunday, so a big cool down on the way, and then after that we go right back to that century mark into next Wednesday. We'll continue to keep you posted about this forecast, and we will get through this heat and smoke together, but what we also need to get through is our commute. Let's go take a look at your roads.
The Idaho News 6 traffic report is brought to you by Champion Windows.
All right, 6:49 is your time, and we are giving you a live look of downtown on what should be a sunny Wednesday, but it is a smoky Wednesday, so you can just see all of it off the distance from our Grove camera here. If you're heading out on your roads, here's what your commute looks like from the ground. You've got 16th Street and State Street. Pretty busy spot for us this morning, so if you're heading this way, give yourself some extra time. Another look at Cloverdale Road in McMillan, where it's a pretty quiet start to the day, and then drive times if you're heading on I-84 right now eastbound. Caldwell to downtown Boise coming in at 33 minutes, so it's a perfect time to head out the door and to make your way into your Wednesday morning.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new details on the shooting at the home of Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy.
We have to go through, an entire investigation here to find out exactly, where everybody was, what they did, what prompted it, how it all transpired.
A doorbell camera capturing the frantic moment as first responders quickly carry Mia Bieniemy away from her home in Ashburn, Virginia, Sunday evening. This police officer simultaneously heading toward the home with his rifle drawn. Authorities soon arresting 27-year-old Elijah Bieniemy, seen here. The son currently being held without bond on multiple gun charges.
We're conducting that investigation right now.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the very latest on the investigation and how the Kansas City Chiefs are supporting Eric Bieniemy and his wife.
Is caught for the touchdown.
For your GMA First Look, I'm Pierre Thomas, ABC News, Washington.
Hey everybody, we are back on a Wednesday morning, and we are starting to wrap things up here. In case you missed it, these are the top stories that we're following from our neighborhood reporters.
As the big grass fire continues to burn through the Owyhee Mountains, neighbors who chose not to evacuate speak exclusively with Idaho News 6.
These neighbors southeast of Jordan Valley watched flames move across ridges and toward their homes overnight. They credit local rangeland fire protection associations made up of ranchers and community members with helping save homes in the area.
It's devastating, but you really find out who your friends are, and they are amazing to help.
Much of the landscape has already burned, but patches of grass and brush remain.
We're just afraid that we still have this front here that can burn.
But some neighbors say this fire has grown beyond what local crews can handle alone, and they're hoping for more ground and air support as the fire continues to burn.
I'm your Caldwell neighborhood reporter Norma James along Caldwell Boulevard in Nampa, where 19-year-old Aaliyah Jade Ramirez was killed in a hit and run in this parking lot early Sunday morning. Police say Ramirez was hit in a parking lot along Caldwell Boulevard just before 4:20 a.m. She was taken to the hospital where she later died. Investigators say the driver left the scene, but detectives have since identified that person as 18-year-old Elisa Huerta, who was taken into custody Tuesday afternoon. Police ask that anyone with any other information contact the Nampa Police Department.
In Boise, city leaders, pest control experts, and neighbors continue to keep the conversation around rats going. I have more on what they want to see done at a city and county-wide level.
The Ada County Weed, Pest, and Mosquito Abatement District says it receives several rat-related calls every week, but because rats are not currently under the district's authority, it doesn't have the funding or legal authority to actively manage the growing population. Tuesday, Central District Health also told neighbors it has not seen evidence of an increase in rat-related disease in Ada County. Leaders from Boise, Meridian, and other Treasure Valley communities are urging Ada County commissioners to consider expanding the pest district's authority, while Boise City Council is also exploring whether changes to city code or code enforcement could help reduce conditions that attract rats.
Ideally, it would be nice if neighbors would clean their yards up, reduce the potential for the rats in their own yards. But if that doesn't happen, maybe code enforcement could then get involved and start looking at the problems within the neighborhoods and reduce those areas that rats are going to habitate in.
And of course, you can learn more about all these stories by heading to our website. Just go to idahonews6.com.
Now, the Out the Door forecast, brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors.
All right, as we get you ready to send you off on your Wednesday, another cool and smoky start to the day with upper 90s into 5 o'clock. So again, keep in mind the air quality, it still is unhealthy as you make your way across several spots on our map. I mean, from all the way up into northeastern Oregon, down into Mountain Home. This is where we're seeing the worst air quality right now between the Boise Metro and Nampa. So again, areas like this, and even as you head over into Weiser, it does slightly improve as you head towards Mountain Home and Glenns Ferry and even Twin Falls. But again, it is still unhealthy for the sensitive groups between the orange and yellow, so anyone with any upper respiratory matters, lung conditions, or heart conditions. So keep this in mind. I know there's a lot going on with the smoke almost every single day, but we got you covered here. All right, let's take a look at your commute now.
The Idaho News 6 traffic report is brought to you by Champion Windows.
All right, everybody, 6:57 is your time, and we're giving you a live look of downtown on this smoky Wednesday. Geesh, I feel like this looks worse than yesterday almost. And you can't really even see the sun. Yesterday, you saw the sun maybe for a little bit, but it was still hazy. Right now, on our traffic flow, again, both east and westbound routes along I-84 heading into the lower Treasure Valley and Baker City are now open. So if you're heading that way, no issues there. Along I-84, you've got 11 minutes to Caldwell to Garrity to Eagle at 12, and Eagle into downtown at 7.
All right, let's show you a picture to help you forget that image we just saw outside our window this morning. Idaho has yet another catch and release record. There have been a lot of them lately. I don't know what's going on with that. Everyone's going fishing, but this fish is weird. It's like something from a fable. Look at that. That's an Arctic grayling. Wade Jensen hooked the fish in Fishpole Lake high in the mountains of Custer County. The fish measured in over 16.5 inches, just one of several record fish caught in the state so far this year, and we've got all of them on our website, idahonews6.com, if you want to see the other fish. Now, its little fin, that's its dorsal fin. If I saw that going through the water in a lake,
I'd freak out.
I'd be freaked out too.
I would leave.
Right? I would walk across the water and get out.
Yeah, literally.
Run, actually. Hey, thanks for joining us, everyone. Stay safe out there in the smoke. We'll see you tomorrow.